The pink marble is peeling, the pedestal is rotting, and the algorithm doesn't love you back. Welcome to Dismantle Hustle, Aquarius Edition. I'm Poppy, your Age of Aquarius biz guide. We are filing for divorce from the me era and architecting the age of we. This is your field guide to leaving the scarcity loop, regulating your nervous system, and building a business that actually has a soul. The old world is shitting the bed. Let's build something better. In this episode, we are talking about operating on a fried nervous system. How the fuck are we supposed to talk about marketing strategies when our government is bombing sovereign nations and attacking our neighbors? Seriously, let's just start there. Because the cognitive dissonance is becoming a physical weight. It's January 2026. If you've looked at the news in the last 48 hours, you've seen insanity everywhere. You've seen targeted systemic harassment of anybody who is not white. Right here in our own backyards, especially in my own backyard, Minnesota. And if you are anything like me, you are sitting at your desk with a heart rate that won't go below 90. Your jaw is tight, your breath is shallow, and you are staring at a Google Doc wondering how you're supposed to transition from grieving for humanity to optimizing your conversion rate. The short answer is, you can't. And if you try to force it, you're just participating in the same extractive, dehumanizing bullshit that got us here in the first place. Today, we aren't talking about growth hacks. We're talking about operating on a fried nervous system. We're talking about business not as a ladder to climb, but as an act of survival and sanctuary. Let's talk about the Piscean lie, which was professionalism as dissociation. In the old world, the Piscean world, we've been trying to hustle our way through for decades. We were taught that professionalism meant leaving your soul in the car. You were expected to be a machine. You were told that the show must go on. And if the world was falling apart, you were supposed to put on a blazer, smile for the grid, and hustle through it, because the algorithm doesn't care about your grief. That model is dead, or rather, it's dying a very loud, very violent death. When we try to hustle through a collective trauma, we aren't being productive. We are being dissociated. We are literally severing the connection between our minds and our bodies just to hit a deadline. And in the age of Aquarius, dissociation is a brand killer. People don't want the perfect, untouched version of you right now. They can smell the performative business as usual from a mile away, and it tastes like ash. They want to know if you're still a human being. They want to know if you're paying attention. If you're pretending it's just a normal Tuesday, while families are being torn apart, and you aren't being professional. You're being irrelevant. Now let's talk about the biology of the freeze. Let's talk about the science for a second, because we need to stop gaslighting ourselves. When you see state-sponsored violence, whether it's overseas or in your local news, your amygdala doesn't distinguish between a marketing emergency and a survival emergency. If your nervous system is in freeze or flight, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for high-level strategy, creative writing, and a long-term planning, effectively goes offline. You can't manifest your way out of systemic shock. You cannot mindset your way into creativity when your body thinks it's being hunted. Trying to write a sales page while your nervous system is screaming is like trying to plant a garden in the middle of a hurricane. It's not that you're lazy or uninspired. It's that you're physiologically occupied. This is where the architecture becomes a sanctuary. If the state is failing us, and let's be real, it's doing a hell of a lot more than failing us right now, then our businesses have to become the safety nets. Sovereignty isn't about owning your Substack list or having a high profit margin. In 2026, sovereignty is about decentralized resilience. It's about building a business structure that allows you to go into low capacity mode without the whole thing collapsing into the dirt. If we are the second in command, if we are the founders, if we are the freelancers, we have to build businesses that can hold the weight of our humanity. We have to build a sanctuary into our workflow. This is the low capacity blueprint. So what does it actually look like to run a business when the world is on fire? We strip it down to the studs. Number 1, stop the performance. If you feel like you have to fake a vibe or a glow to sell your offer, stop selling it for a week. The energetic cost of maintaining the mask is higher than the revenue you'll generate. When you sell from a place of dissociation, you attract clients who expect you to stay dissociated. It's time to break that cycle. Move from the square to the hearth. This is number 2. Stop shouting at the digital mall of social media. The noise there is toxic right now. Go to your pack. Go to your email list, your private chat, your inner circle. Be gut level honest. Tell them, I'm operating at 10% today because the world is heavy. I'm here if you're here. You will be shocked at how many people exhale when they hear you say it. That is resonance. Automate the basics. This is sovereign tech. This is why I talk about Notion and workflows and library content. Your business should have enough evergreen value and automated flow that it can breathe when you're in the fetal position on the floor or out in the streets supporting your neighbors. Technology should be the servant of your nervous system, not the task maker. So, this is the new conscious. I want to be very clear here. Silence isn't neutral anymore. It's malpractice. In 2026, the influencers and brand leaders who stay silent while Somali families, Hispanic families, Indigenous and Blacks If this episode stirred something in you, don't just go back to scrolling. That's how the digital mall keeps you rented. If you're ready to actually architect the infrastructure we talked about today, come join us inside the collective. For $17 a month, less than the price of 2 fancy lattes, you get full entry into the Aquarius Shift Lab. This includes the orientation, our sovereign asset library of PDFs and worksheets, and most importantly, the Pulse, my private weekly audio strategy briefing, where I bridge the latest cosmic shifts with the real-time marketing data I'm seeing across the 20-plus active accounts I manage. It's your weekly strategy recalibration so you never have to guess where the world is going. Stop being a tenant, start being an architect. Join the migration at AquariusBizShift.com. I'll see you in the lab.